Hey, Jeannie, can you hear me? Jeannie, 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 Jeannie. Oh, good. I'm here in the dock with my feet up. Oh, Amelia, I've missed you too, Jeannie. Mm. I'm in my bedroom, that's why it's dark. And the fur babies are sleeping. I got my feet elevated because of that lymphedema, trying to get the swelling down. What's going on, ladies? What is going on? It's so past my bedtime. Late night crocheting. Angela. Thank you so much, Jeannie. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think about you so much. And drive safe. Now, where is my charger? In the dark, I gotta feel around for everything. I think I found the cord. Let's see. I think the heat, um, today it was 101, and I think that the heat has been affecting the phone, not staying charged. Hi, Angela. Oh, working on a bunny. Are you working on Miss C's bunny? And Amelia, what are you working on? Okay, plugged in, charging, 75 or 79%. I can't tell. 83 degrees. I don't know now what it is here. It's probably still probably close to 100 still here. Oh, oh boy. Making dog blankets for my granddaughter. Oh wow. Back in the late 70s, I knew a lady that used to make these dolls and blankets. The dolls had a head and hands, and the heads, how can I explain it? Well, it actually just had a face and hands, and you stuffed the back of the head and made a hood. And then you made a square for the body and stuffed it. Then you made arms and stuffed it. And then you sewed in the hands that were plastic. And one hand had a bottle. And then you crocheted legs and attached those to the body, which was a square that you stuffed. And then she did a double crochet square blanket with just a scallop trim. And she used to sell those things like hotcakes. In fact, she was a lady that went to bingo, and she used to get so many orders from bingo. That was very popular back in the 70s. I hope I don't fall asleep on you. Oh boy. Columbus, Georgia. I didn't know that there was a Columbus, Georgia. Today was so busy. I just really have to slow down before I collapse. That's what's going to happen, I think. I mean, I hope that don't happen. A Columbus, Georgia, a Columbus, Ohio. I think there's a Columbus, South Carolina or North Carolina. By the time it gets cooled down enough to fall asleep, then it's time to wake up and start the day. Mm. I hope no weirdos come in this chat. It is late at night, so you never know. I couldn't fall asleep, so I thought I'm just gonna come on here for a few minutes. Those 5 baby chicks are doing so good going in the coop. And Esther's being such a good babysitter. I haven't had any trouble with those um, baby chicks getting out of the chicken yard. Hey, what are you doing up, you? I hope Zoe's sleeping. My fur babies are sleeping, and I couldn't fall asleep. I'm so uncomfortable with this lymphedema, and I don't know if that diuretic pill is helping or not. If you don't know All Yarned Up, that's Tara Lynn, and she has the cutest chihuahua named Zoe that she adopted. You need to check out her channel, All Yarned Up. And she does the greatest scrap projects. I mean, she does a lot of projects, but the way that she does blankets for the nursing home and things with just leftover yarn. Hey, Laura Lee. Oh, Esther's something else, isn't she? She does. She keeps those chicks in line. You know what? I think that's why those chicks have not got out of the chicken yard at all that I know of. Now, my other chicks, come to think of it, my leghorns haven't either. But my other chicks that I've raised since before I had Esther, I had a hard time with them getting out of the chicken yard. Like Lady Jane and some of the others. Um, but Esther, she stays pretty close to these 5 chicks. And they're doing so good going in the coop. I could not fall asleep, so I thought I would call up here. I know those other ones. Oh boy. But you know what? Tonight when they were all going in the coop, I was sitting out with them like I do, and I looked over in uh in the chicken yard that's close to my yard, and I saw something black. And I thought it was the black chicken taking a dust bath. So I walked over, and it was one of the black feral cats laying in the chicken yard. And I thought, oh boy, don't get too comfortable coming in this chicken yard. I don't know what that feral cat has on its mind. I didn't, you know, throw any water at it or swoosh it away, because it wasn't going after any of the chickens. It was just laying there. But I know, and it better not. It better not try anything, especially with Esther not being in the best mood right now while she's molting. Today, Esther hissed at Sadie. I have made up my mind, even if those people come back, I'm not giving them back those chicks. I just can't trust those people. You know, they could get down the road and let them go, or they could do anything. I just can't trust them. The whole thing is pretty suspicious. Oh, good. I'm in my bedroom. That's why it's dark. Oh, Buddy's going on a little journey. Mm. Hashtag Buddy. Um, hashtag Buddy and Bell 2024. And um, even if they come to buy, I don't think they will, but if they show up to buy fresh eggs again, well, right now I don't have any. The chickens, they're not laying right now. But if I get fresh eggs and they come to buy any, I'm not going to sell them any. I'm not, even gonna take their $5 for a dozen eggs. I'm just so disappointed in them. I really believe that they found out that that subdivision does not allow chickens. I knew the subdivision doesn't. I know several people, like my landlord's parents, that live there. And, they could have just said to me, we went ahead and bought these chicks without checking with the HOA, and now we're in a jam. And, would you be willing to take them off our hands? Nobody likes to be lied to or, misled. So I think my friends that live in Garland are going to end up taking the 5 chicks. They own their own little house and have a backyard, and they live in the part of Garland where you can have chickens, and you can have one rooster in the part of Garland they live at, and they have 2 little chihuahuas. I think they're working out the details. Like, they need to get a coop. I think they're checking on Facebook Marketplace and some garage sales. Okay, thank you. I wish I could crochet, but my hands are so swollen. I tried, but I started this diuretic Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. How many days is that? And it's twice a day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. 5 days? And I don't see a difference. So I may have to, I guess I should wait a week, and then if I don't see a difference, I may need to call the doctor. Oh, but when is the 4th of July? Hey, so good to see you. I couldn't sleep, and so this is becoming a bad habit, doing these lives. How are you doing? Let's see, tomorrow's the 1st, so Monday, Tuesday's the 2nd, Thursday is Wednesday. So Thursday will be a week that I started on the diuretic, right? Wait a minute. I just confused myself. Okay, I started it Wednesday. Wednesday. When is the next Wednesday? Is that going to be on the 3rd? Started a chevron blanket last night. Oh, are you using your scraps? I know it should have worked by now because I'm taking it twice a day. But I don't feel a difference. Maybe I shouldn't wait till Wednesday. And then the hospital called today, you know, the automated, not the hospital, well, it's the building next to the hospital, next to Baylor, that has all the doctor's office. They called this morning. Can you believe it? The automated thing at 7:30. Of course, I was up um, to confirm an appointment for July 3rd. And they don't tell you when it's automated because of privacy which doctor. And I didn't confirm it and I didn't cancel it. I meant to go on my health portal to check what doctor, but you know, my mornings are so busy with my animal chores, and then Sundays it's double busy because I'm trying to get myself ready for church. So tomorrow morning I need to go on my health portal and check what appointment that is. And if it's, I'm thinking endocrinology. If it is, I'm going to have to just reschedule that one. Um, it's 10:15 for me. It's 12:16 for me. Light greens, yellows, pinks, beige, and ivory. Oh, wow. Maybe tomorrow I can just finally sew my granny squares together for my bucket hat. People would never believe I even have the granny squares done if I hadn't shown them. But I didn't expect to swell up. 116. Yeah, you're in Jersey. Oh, I just hit something. Live chat. I don't know. I can't. I'm so uncomfortable, Bonnie, because I'm all swelled up that I couldn't sleep and I can't just toss and turn. I know because I'm in my bedroom. So it's just a black screen. And Zach is in Canada. Oh, Zach. Oh, Zach. Oh, now what part of Canada is that? Um, oh, man. Somebody. No, I have a diuretic from the neurologist. Somebody in well, it doesn't matter, but somebody somebody told me that it's pouring in one part of Canada, that there's trees down, some roofs have collapsed. There's lightning, there's a bad storm. Yeah, you're in New Jersey. I knew that. Yeah, I'm having a flare up of the spinal cord disease that causes the edema, and now it's turned into lymphedema. really bad. In 2 weeks, I gained 14 pounds of all water. So the neurologist put me on a diuretic 2 times a day, but I don't think it's working yet. Bonnie, what are you doing up? I hope you're not cleaning. Oh, now you're going. You're here 1 minute and you're gone the next. Well, Zach, what part of Canada is having that bad storm? I can't leave the chat to go look at the text message I got from the person. We really need rain, but we're getting ready to get the Sahara dust is coming. Tuesday's gonna be your cumpleaños. Cumpleaños feliz. Cumpleaños feliz. Are you gonna have cake? Cake and ice cream? Thank you. When I was a kid, my favorite kind of birthday cake was chocolate. And brownies. Isn't that strange? I didn't care for frosting on cake, but I loved brownies. Oh, you're not the biggest fan of ice cream. How about ice cream sandwiches? Now, if you have balloons, don't let them go, because they end up in the ocean. Okay, Angela, thank you. Oh, I got some things to do tomorrow. I hope Tuesday I have a day just to relax. Oh. You know, it's hard to keep your feet up when you're in bed. I thought you were going to be 30. Now you're going to be 41. Oh, that's Tara Lynn. I'm going to be, this is 2024. I'm going to be 54. Esther was so happy to get her pool today. If you saw that video. I never did like frosting on a cake, but then when I was a kid, I loved brownies. So strange. There's Christy. Thank you. Remember when people used to make cake from scratch? Cake from scratch. It'll be interesting to look up when did box cake, box cake mix come out? Because in the 70s, weren't they still making cake by scratch? Or was box cake available? You barely remember your 30s or your 40s? You know, I don't really remember my 30s. Goes by so fast. For 3 days? Oh, I would be so sick. Nothing but cake. How about freezer cake? Remember that? Was that the name of it? Oh no, icebox cake. Icebox cake used to be very popular. And I remember when churches used to have cake walks to raise money. Oh, icebox cakes were delicious, weren't they? Oh, and your mom made homemade whipped cream? Wow. Zach, maybe you would like an icebox cake. Maybe they don't have that in Canada, though. Monster's laying on my... Oh, what happened? Monster's laying on my leg, and she's like a heating pad. She really needs a beauty parlor appointment. But my friend that grooms her has been busy. But I think Tuesday I'm gonna give Monster a bath. Oh, wow. She used some hard cookie wafers and put the homemade whipped cream between each cookie. Then she would cover the whole thing with whipped cream. Wow, that sounds amazing. Icebox cakes were very popular. I remember that. I had an aunt that used to make them, but my aunt didn't make them that fancy. Oh, you haven't met Monster yet? Monster is my little Maltese. And Sadie is my little chihuahua. Monster's really a mess, though, because her face um is all dirty from eating her wet food. Even though every morning I wipe her face with a wet washcloth. Oh, you haven't seen them? Hmm. Oh, the cats. Well, Miss Kitty Cat, she's been around here about 4 years. Hey, Lydia. Christy, come on now. You never seen Monster or Sadie? I can't believe it. I know Sadie, I've had Sadie since she's been a puppy, and she doesn't let me trim her nails and forget about cutting them. I have to take her to my friend just to get her nails cut. And all those feral cats, they're not mine, but they've been coming over to me. Only cat I claim is Miss Kitty Cat. Chickens, roosters, and a duck. I don't have a duck. I have a goose. I have a goose. Don't have a duck. Oh, who knows? Someone may dump a duck off here. They dumped off their 5 chickens. You never know. You just never know about people. Every now and then a turtle shows up, and lots of walking sticks. That's a goose. That's my Esther. I've raised her since she was a day old. She always wants to sit in my lap and go to sleep. But I don't always have a towel with me. I can't just put her in my lap because, you know, loose as a goose is true. I have to have a towel if I put her in my lap. And if I put her on my lap and pet her, she falls asleep. No, none of the none of the roosters try. Oh, Monster just passed gas. Oh boy. Early this morning, the small rooster was up on top of the coop. Every now and then he does that. He'll fly up on top of the coop early in the morning. Esther is molting right now. She'll feel better once she gets her new feathers. I gave her some nice cold watermelon today. And some green beans. And the chickens, I gave them some chopped up frozen lettuce. I read that it's painful, and I read that it takes a lot of their energy. And I believe it, 'cause I see a change in them. Esther's not laid an egg since she's been molting. So, my part of Texas is getting ready to get the Sahara dust that we get, which is going to be terrible for allergies and for asthma. I hope it's not going to be as bad as it was one year, where it was just dust storms after dust storm. Just like if you were out in the desert almost. Maybe it won't be that bad. Just never know. Oh, is Zach still here? I just remembered what part of Canada. My friends texted me that they're having bad weather. It was Calgary. Oh, yeah, truck drivers. I can imagine. I can imagine. What a job. And the way cars cut truck drivers off. Of course, I'd never been a truck driver, but I had an uncle that was a truck driver. And he used to complain about cars cutting them off, cutting in front of them, and not realizing how truck drivers have to downshift so many gears. And cars would just, come right in front of them. How many years did you drive a truck, Christy? I couldn't do it. I had a friend here that was, 22 years. I had a friend here that was a police officer, and he left the force and did a couple odd jobs for a few years, and then he went and got his truck driving license, and he's been driving truck. I guess he's been driving truck now about 4 or 5 years. We've lost touch, but that's what he's decided to do. He left being a cop because he said it was too stressful, but I think being a truck driver is just as stressful. "22 years. Did you own your own truck eventually?" Speaking of truck driver, I haven't seen Dana Wonderlist. I wonder if YouTube didn't do some house cleaning, and I'm gonna have to check and see if I have to oh. Oh, did ice just fall out of my cup? Truckers get from law enforcement. It's one of... You know what? There's a certain road here in town. It's not even it's a side road. How can I explain it? I don't even know what the road is for. It's not a road you take to go anywhere. It must be a road that the police use to pull truckers over to check them out, because that's all they ever see on that road is trucks and police. And some days there will be 2 or 3 trucks pulled over on that road, and there'll be 4 or 5 police. Skinny roads. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, this one that was my friend, he well, he said he ended up buying his own truck. I don't know. We lost touch, and it was a good thing, because he would call and he would brag about all the money he was making and blah, blah, blah. And sometimes he would say, "I'm supposed to be pulled over and logging into my logbook, but I'm just going to drive another hour." And I would say, "Well, if you're supposed to be pulled over and logged in, but yet you're going to drive another hour, won't you get in trouble?" And he would say he didn't care. How can you not care? Don't they check that stuff? Aren't they strict about that? I mean, you're representing a company, aren't you? Yeah, I got kind of tired of his bragging because he would brag about it and put me down for living on a small disability check. So I said, "What is the purpose of you calling?" And tires too, right? Tires, brakes. Yeah, it's not a job that I could do, and but thank God for the truckers because it's how we get things in the stores that we need, right? They need to be treated right. We need honest truckers that drive safe, and if they're supposed to be parked and logged in or logged off, then they need to do that and be safe. He was not an honest cop either. I mean, that's from his own mouth. He would tell me things, and um, he wasn't an honest cop when he was on the force. But thousands of dollars. Wow. Diesel is high and the rates are low. And do you have to keep getting renewed and like recertified? Like not just your driver's license, like me, my regular driver's license, but do you have to keep getting recertified? Upkeep is thousands of dollars. Mm. And then if you have a family, and then if you own your own truck and then you want to get out of it, you got to try to sell your truck. And I guess if you work for a company, the company's responsible for the upkeep. So much to it. Medical cards every 2 years. Need permits to drive in every state. Oh. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Need permits to drive in every state. What about going out of the country? Canada, Mexico? How do you do that? Oh, maybe just drive to the border and then someone from that country, maybe you unload at the border, right? Maybe you can't cross over. Oh, passport to go into Canada and Quebec. I'm sure people get high blood pressure with that job. Then you gotta watch for all the different um, clearance for bridges. It's a lot to keep up with, even if you're working for a company. And if you break down, you gotta wait for the company to send someone out to your truck. You're not making no money while you're sitting by the side of the road. Hmm. When you're waiting at a dock, you're not making any money, are you? When they're unloading your truck and loading your truck, are you making money? Oh. And hard on kidneys, I'm sure. All that sitting. We're learning about truck driving, everyone. Good information. You know who makes the money is the mechanics. My uncle, that was a truck driver, he only drove the trucks that hauled the cars, whatever that's called. It is interesting, and it's from someone that did it for 22 years. That's Christy. Do you know Christy? Yarnboff is Christy. What is that called? The ones that have all those cars? Not a tow truck driver, but something. Be My Light Crochet. Such a nice name. Channel name. Oh, on Don Yarndall. Yeah, car haulers. Yeah, you better keep a mechanic in your back pocket. I'm probably gonna... Oh, look at 63 minutes already. Yeah, that's right. I don't know how... I don't remember how long my uncle did that job for. He did it local, though, back home in Massachusetts. He didn't go cross country or anything like that. It's interesting to find out what people have done for a living. Local, local, regional, and OTR. Is that on the road? Is if you're driving, isn't it all on the road? On the road, over the road, on the road, over the road. Over the road. Over the road? Oh, I'm glad you found the crochet community. Oh, I hope we can encourage you. I'm glad you found the crochet community. I'm glad you found my channel and other channels. OTR, over the road. It should be on the road, because how can you go over a road? You can only go on a road. You can't go under a road or over a road, but you can go on a road. I'm I'm gonna be going on the road. Not I'm going over the road. I'm going on the road. Well, we're here for you, Be My Light. Mm. Yeah, the crochet community is great. There's a few fly-by-nights, but they don't stick around too long. What I mean is, if they come through with the wrong motive, they don't usually end up lasting too long. You know who was the first one in my chat tonight? Butterfly Genie. Butterfly Dreams Genie, or Butterfly Genie Dreams. She was clocking out at work and heading home. Well, I think I'm gonna... Oh, wait a minute. I love this crochet. Oh, yeah. Okay, I have to take Zoe out and get some sleep. Good night. Okay. What is the hashtag again? Hashtag Buddy and Belle 2024? I forgot what it is since the last time that I had Buddy. I just started putting out more content. I'm getting... But I know, Christy, I see you're getting pretty fancy. You're getting pretty fancy. I'm not. Oh, 2 cameras. Hmm. Okay, everyone. I'm gonna fall asleep, I think. I'm glad you caught me, too. And thanks for all the trucking information. And thanks, everyone. And I'm sure I will talk to you tomorrow in a few hours. Hey, Amelia, you are still here? Oh, Tina. Wait, have you been here all this time, Tina? Okay. Thank you, everyone. Good night. I appreciate you.